Hey everyone, welcome back. Today in my video we are going to discuss about the subtopic in the lesson of evolution, brief account of evolution. Okay, so the first point that we are going to discuss is about 2000 million years ago. Here MYA stands for million years ago. First cellular life appeared. We already knew that before before 3000 million years ago non-cellular life has formed, and after 2000 million years ago cellular life was formed. Means there was 1000 million year difference between non-cellular and cellular form. Okay, the evolution of non-cellular aggregates to cellular aggregates is not known. Means how this non-cellular form has evolved into a cellular form, that particular mechanism is still now not known to us. But what we guess that might be some of these non-cellular cells could release oxygen and the reaction could be similar to that of light reaction. Okay, so some of the non-cellular cells might have released the oxygen, and then the reaction taking place would have been similar to that of the light reaction taking place in the plants. Okay, this is the reason that scientists are giving for now, but the actual real reason is not known yet. Okay, then what happened? Slowly steadily single celled organisms evolved into multicellular organisms. Okay, so timeline is given in our NCERT textbook showing these three times. First one is 500 million years ago. 500 million years ago the invertebrates were formed. Invertebrates in the sense from the phylum Porifera to the phylum Hemichordata, those invertebrates were formed 500 million years ago. Then 350 million years ago. 350 million years ago means before, jawless fishes and fishes with stout and strong fins were formed. So 500 million years ago invertebrates were formed. 350 million years ago jawless fishes and fishes with strong, stout and fins were formed. And 320 million years ago seaweeds and few plants were formed. Okay, this timeline, the order which on which time which has formed or evolved is important. 500 million years ago invertebrates, 350 million years ago jawless fishes and fishes with stout and strong fins, and 320 million years ago seaweeds and few plants have formed. Next, after this what we are seeing, the first organism on land. What was the first organism on land? It was plants. Plants were the first organism on the land. Okay, then fish with stout were amphibians. These all are the NCERT points. They have given in statement wise. I have written them in point wise. Okay, he said first organism on land was plants, and then he said fish with stout. Fish with stout, which was evolved 350 million years ago. That was an amphibian. Means it would go into water and again come back onto land. Okay, it is an amphibian. In 1938, in the country and the continent of Africa, the coelacanth fish was found. This coelacanth fish was found to be extinct, but in 1938 it was found in the continent Africa. Okay, this point is also important. Next, here he gave us two evolutions. First thing is the lobe fins. The lobe fins fishes have evolved into the first amphibians. The lobe fins have evolved into first amphibians. And what is the proof? That these are the ancestors. These are the ancestors of the modern day frogs. Frogs are amphibians. These are the first amphibians, and what's the proof? These are the ancestors of the modern day frogs. And then the amphibians have evolved into reptiles. First lobe fins evolved into amphibians. The proof is these are the ancestors of the modern day frog. Amphibians have evolved into reptiles. The proof, ancestor of modern tortoise and crocodile. So this is the proof for amphibians evolved into reptiles and lobe fins into first amphibians. Okay, then after conversion of amphibians to reptiles, okay, the major difference between the reptiles and the amphibians, was reptiles lay thick shelled eggs which do not dry, unlike that of amphibians. Means the eggs of reptiles had a special coating layer which prevented them to dry in sunlight, but in the amphibian eggs they would have been dried up. That's why they lay egg in water. Frogs lay egg in water, but reptiles, their egg didn't dry to sun. That was the main difference that was seen in embryological difference that was seen in reptiles and amphibians. Okay, after 200 million years ago, reptiles dominated on the earth. Okay, after conversion of amphibians to reptiles, amphibians evolved into reptiles. The reptiles dominated on the planet. Okay, and tall ferns fell down and formed deposits of coals. Tall fern plants, whatever are present, they fell down and they formed the coal deposits. Okay, we have in our NCRT textbook they specified two different dinosaurs or two different large reptiles. Okay, there are many reptiles, but they focused on two, that is Ichthyosaurus and T-Rex. Ichthyosaurus, it is a fish like reptile, means this reptile was able to move into water, and was few reptiles moved into water and they evolved to that particular environment and they formed the fish like reptile. Example, Ichthyosaurus. Next, T-Rex, it is the biggest. These three characters were given in NCRT. T-Rex, the biggest land reptile. It was 20 feet height and it had huge dagger-like teeth. Okay, these three features. They would ask which organism, which reptile had the biggest, which reptile was the biggest reptile, was 20 feet in height and had huge dagger-like teeth. We should keep the answer as T-Rex. Okay. Then about 65 million years ago, 200 million years ago they dominated. 65 million years ago dinosaurs came down, means they got extinct. The reason that scientists give is maybe due to climate change, first thing, or maybe those have evolved into the modern day birds. Okay, reptiles, as this here amphibians were converted to reptiles, they are saying that reptiles have converted into aves or the birds. Okay, the reason may lie in between these two. The NCRT says the same thing. The reason for extinction lies in between these 2 points. Okay, then after reptiles came down, mammals in the sense we humans and other animals, other mammal animals, they were clever and dominated. They were clever in the sense they were able to escape from the dangers. Wherever they could see the danger, they escaped from that particular point. So they dominated on earth and they are still dominating on earth. Yes, mammals are still dominating on earth. Okay. Next, dominated from then. Mammals are viviparous. The characteristic of mammals is they are viviparous. Mammals are viviparous. And in South America, he gave us these examples. South America, horse, hippo, rabbits were seen. And when due to continental drift, South America joined with North America, and then the North America fauna were competitively more fit. So they, they were the reason to exclude, or they went to, they decreased the fauna of the South America. Okay, due to North America they had more strength, they were more powerful, so they dominated. And then the same continental drift was the reason why Australia mammals are safe. The Australian mammals are safe till now, the marsupials are safe till now. The reason is continental drift. There is no competition for them, so they are living happily. Okay, next, few mammals wholly live in water. They even gave us examples: dolphins, whales, sea cows. These particular mammals are always living in water. Okay, so this is the concept of brief evolution on brief account of evolution. Few questions will be posted in the form of posts on this particular topic. Hope you all will do that. Okay, in my next video we will be discussing about the evolution of man. Hope you all understood. Thank you. If you want, you can take the screenshot.